Welcome to TwoQuestions.tv. With me today is Mareya Ibrahim, and we're talking about clean eating and your health. Welcome to TwoQuestions.tv. I'm Susan Baroncini-Moe, and welcome also to another chapter in our Inspiring Women series. Joining me today is celebrity chef and author Mareya Ibrahim. She's the CEO and founder of Grow Green Industries, the maker of patented all-natural or organic food safety products, including Eat Cleaner food and vegetable wash and wipes, and eatFresh-FC organic anti-browning powder, and eatSafe 4X Pro. Hi, Mareya. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Okay, so you are officially a nationally recognized food safety and clean eating expert. Our audience here on TwoQuestions.tv, they're mostly entrepreneurs and busy executives. So what do we need to know about food safety and clean eating so we can fit that into our schedules?
Yeah, it's a great question because most of us don't grow up learning about food safety or nutrition for that matter, really.
Yeah.
So I think one of the most important things that people should understand is no matter what type of eating plan you follow, whether you're paleo, vegan, keto, omnivore, vegan, whatever it is, that prioritizing fresh fruit and vegetables on your plate is key, especially non-starchy vegetables. And I really encourage, as the number one thing that people can do to improve their health, is to try and get in half a plate of non-starchy vegetables at every single meal. It may sound daunting, but it really isn't when you break it down. And there are so many ways to get that fresh produce onto your plate. And making sure it's clean is really key, because pesticide residue, wax that can seal in dirt and bacteria, all of those coatings that you're seeing on fresh produce nowadays. And by the way, over 80% of our fresh produce is waxed. You really need to clean it properly and know that cleaning with water is just really not enough.
So it's interesting because a lot of people don't think about that stuff. I actually went to someone's house not too long ago, and they had this, this whole platter of food, and they came in from the kitchen with a, little container of berries and put it out on the, just from the container right
from
onto
the container.
Yeah, and I thought, what if I should be eating these? I'm not sure. And so you say no. It's pretty important not to.
It's so important not to, because what everybody needs to know is that no berries are pre-processed. So meaning when you buy blackberries, strawberries, blueberries, those are all coming straight picked and packed. They haven't been rinsed. They have not, there's no food safety intervention. Now, that said, they are required to test for pathogenic bacteria like Salmonella, E. coli, and Listeria. My question that I would pose to everybody is, but what happens between the time they're picked and packed and the time they get to your plate? There are all kinds of different things that can come into contact with that produce. And the fact is, maybe they're testing for pathogenic bacteria, but who wants to get a parasite? Who wants to get pesticide residue? And that does build up in your body. Even if you're buying organic produce, know that they are using pesticides. They are just organic approved pesticides, and that doesn't mean that there isn't bacteria or parasites that can be on your produce as well. And those can really set you back.
That's really interesting. So could you talk for a minute about the kinds of things how can that set you back? What does it do to you?
So there are 48 million reported cases of foodborne illness every year in the United States. And what most people know that to mean is food poisoning. And you can get food poisoning from a variety of different types of foods, but 5 out of 10 of the most foodborne illness causing foods are fresh produce, and leafy greens are number 1. And if you think about it, just think about kale, think about chard, all of those little nooks and crannies. If you try and attempt to rinse that underwater, you're not going to get anything clean. I mean, what do we clean with water alone and call clean? You don't even rinse your hair with just water. You don't rinse your plates with just water. You use something to cut through the oil, the grease, whatever it is. And you need to think about your food the same way. especially if you're not cooking it. And just think of all of the people that are out there juicing, they're eating salads, they're trying to get healthy. You need an intervention method that is not just water. And, you know, so 48 million reported cases can lead to an incident in the bathroom. It can cause death. I mean, of those 48 million, roughly 3,000 are hospitalized, and several will lose their lives. I actually got a call recently from a woman who found out about our products on HSN and called me saying that she was hospitalized for several months because of a parasite that she got from fresh produce, and said, you know, I tell everybody to wash their food with your product now because I've been through it. And when you've been through a case like that, and God bless the people who have, you feel like you want to die. You know, I mean, I got the worst case of foodborne illness from a salad that I've ever had in my life when I was traveling. And you want to make good choices, but the bottom line is we need to think before we bite and really take those measures to wash our food properly. So if you see somebody taking food out of a package, I would steer clear. And I would ask the restaurants that you frequent, how are they washing their food too?
Oh, no, they'll never want to go out again.
Well, I mean, look, it's not a, you know, it's not a blind faith thing. We've got to be educated consumers and ask the right questions, because it is our health. And at the end of the day, our health is in our hands. Right. And, you know, knowledge is key. When you know better, you do better, and you ask the right questions.
It's so true. It's so true. And your company, Grow Green, you have products to handle all of this. That's the whole point. That's the mission, right?
It is our mission, and we've dedicated, you know, we've been in business now, we're in our 8th year, but we spent 2.5 years developing, testing, lab, you know, verifying, and patenting our solutions so that we would be able to come with a very viable, inexpensive, lab tested and clean, food grade, safe way for the home chef and for restaurants to be able to clean their food and extend shelf life so we can keep food out of the landfills, which is, you know, if you think about the food industry, the two biggest issues are food safety and food waste. Right. And we have a solution that can really address both in a way that is so easy to use and so reasonably priced, because we really want everybody to use it. We want it to be ubiquitous, sitting on everybody's counter.
That's fantastic. So let's switch gears for a second and talk about the fact that you are an award-winning entrepreneur and you're a woman. So what advice do you have to inspire women, executives, and entrepreneurs who are watching right now, and maybe who just came from yoga class?
I know. The all natural, real, I call myself, this is the real dish look right here. This is unmakeuped and unhaired. But you know what?
Beautiful.
This is what happens, ladies, busy entrepreneurs, and the guys out there, busy entrepreneurs, know that your passion, and that's what I was going to say, find what fuels you. Because anybody can make money doing things. But what fuels you? What gets you up in the morning and makes you want to kick ass every single day? It's what you're passionate about. And I am so passionate about people eating the right way because it is your sustenance. It's your DNA. And use that fuel to really get your message out, because you are your best brand ambassador. People always tell me, you know, like, what makes you excited? I get up fueled up to be able to talk to people like you, talk to your audience, get people thinking about how they can make their lives better. And food allows you to fuel your passion. It's what we were put on this earth to do. We weren't put on this earth to be yes people and just kind of glide by. We're here to make an impact. And I want people to feel, you know, dig deep and really find what fuels them and then make it happen. I always say make ish happen. It's the ish that will be your legacy. And it's the moments that, you know, where you get a phone call from somebody that says thank you, you know, from somebody who posts on social media and says, your product has changed my life. That's what makes it all worthwhile.
That's amazing. That's an amazing feeling.
It
That's
is.
fantastic.
I love it. I want to hear from customers every single day. You know, that really is my fuel. And, you know, my kids get to see it. I'm a single mom, and I started my company as a single mom. I've been a single mom for 10 years. And when I mean single, I mean raising them on my own. And if I can do it, you can do it. It's a matter of dedication, time management, being resourceful, and doing your due diligence and researching so that you know your space, you know what your differentiating factors are, and make those connections. Make the connections with the people that matter. And, you know, when you start putting the priorities back onto your plate, you find you will be less overwhelmed.
I love that. Wonderful advice. Fantastic advice. Mareya, thank you so much for being on the show today.
Thank you. And thank you for taking me, you know, makeup and hair not done free.
It's perfect. It's perfect for this show, though. It's perfect.
Hey, I'd rather spend an hour in the gym than, you know, an hour putting on makeup.
Right? Right? Why do you think I started wearing my hair curly? It just does
Amen
this.
to the curly girls right here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you.
All right, viewers, we're going to have links to the website down below so that you can get your products, so you can get the things you need to clean your food. Don't get sick. Now I know I've got to get some for my dad too. He's been getting some strange, what we think is foodborne illness. We're not sure what's going on there. I think it may be this. So now I know what I'm getting him for Father's Day.
I love it.
Sooner. Just kidding. All right, viewers, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.